Hello and welcome to 10 Talks, brought to you by Channel 10, the Entrepreneur Network. I'm Trina Edwards, Channel 10's founder and business coach. And today I am thrilled to spotlight an incredible creative force, Abrielle Laurent, the founder of Eden 11 Consulting. Abby is a creative director. She's a brand consultant and digital creator whose work is all about helping entrepreneurs and organizations bring their vision to life. Through Eden 11, she's built a business that specializes in brand identity, visual storytelling, and strategic consulting. Abby transforms ideas into polished, powerful brands that people can't ignore. With over 30,000 followers online and a reputation for helping businesses stand out in a crowded digital world, Abby has mastered the art of merging creativity with strategy. Right, let's start with your idea. So as a creative director and brand consultant, you clearly successfully run and operate a business, Eden 11. What inspired you to start? And how do you decide what creative ideas are worth building into a brand? Right.
So how we got started. So during the pandemic, just like everybody else, I was getting ready to hunker down. And I went to Target because in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna do all these creative projects at home and I need a way to keep everything organized. And I was going there to look for something similar to what at the time was called a happy planner. And it had faces of women on the front. So it was real cute, but they didn't have any with faces that looked like mine. So in true Abrielle fashion, I was like, well, I'm just gonna create a planner with black faces, and it was called the Black Girl Magic Planner. Little did I know that it would take off. And in the first month, we had almost 300 sales on Amazon. We were one of the bestsellers in our category that month. But then slowly after that month, I saw sales starting to dwindle. And so I realized that because the product had that initial push and that excitement and buzz, it had done well. But because I didn't really understand marketing and branding psychology at the time, I couldn't continue having success. So that pushed me into wanting to really learn about marketing psychology, about how to build brands that actually stand the test of time and they don't just sell once and then don't sell again. So I started off by teaching Canva and showing people how to just use the simple tool of Canva to create marketing materials. And from there, it evolved into brand development, creative direction, marketing, content. And over these past 5 years, we've grown a client base that spans across realtors, professionals, education consultants, celebrities, soon to be, that want branding services and really want to create something that lasts. So that's kind of how we got our start. And it's been an interesting journey, and it's still evolving as we speak because Eden 11 is the arm of my brand that has just newly been developed. So I was A. Laurent Creative up until this year, and now we're expanding our consulting services and actually bringing on a full team to support us in doing the work.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, I can go on and on with you about that, but since we're doing rapid fire, I will move on to the next topic, which is what about impact? We both know great branding isn't just about the visuals. It's about how people feel when they experience it, whether it's the product or the service. How do you make sure your creative work not only looks good, but truly impacts your clients' confidence and the connection with their audience?
For me, a lot of that is about extracting the essence of who that person is. Because a lot of clients prior to working with us, they'll come and they've learned all the gimmicks, right? They learn like, this is the type of reels I need to make. They learn about the colors on Canva and how I need to make these graphics, but nobody ever really stops to ask them about the essence of what they're building. What is their plan a year from now, 5 years from now? What is their plan for generational wealth in this brand? How could they sell or exit this brand if they wanted to, right? So nobody's asked them the real questions about if they are actually proud of and if they actually see themselves and their values reflected in what they're building. So the way that it impacts people is truly just helping them to see what's authentically them and showing them how to create marketing materials that expresses that online. So a lot of people can say, well, I know I love this, but they get bogged up when it's like, how do I tell my audience or show my audience the things that I'm naturally passionate about and good at? So that's the heart of my work. And that's also where our name was founded from. So Eden is it's a play on the word returning to your essence, returning to back to Eden, to your core of who you were before the world diluted your power, before you started being told what to say, how to dress, how to talk, right? And then 11 of that number means mastery. So we merge the two together. Mastery means that you have lived experiences. So even though we're returning you back to who you were, you've been through things, you've had lessons, you've learned things. So we're merging together your essence as well as your mastery to create a brand that stands the test of time.
Wow, that is so thought out. That is masterful right there. And I can certainly see why and how you have become so successful is because of your thought process.
Mm-hmm.
I know so many think that this is just about making something look good or sound good, but really it's a lot of intelligence behind it, intuitiveness, and really being an innovator. So I know we can go on and on about that, but I really want to jump into the third question around income. So many are interested, of course, in knowing how that comes about. So since many entrepreneurs struggle with how to turn that creativity into consistent revenue, what strategies helped you transform your creative expertise into income? And what advice would you give someone who is just starting out?
So this is something I talk to my clients a lot about, because there are a lot of times when we want to share our process or the things that we're passionate about with our audience, and that's great. But when we're thinking about income and revenue, we have to think about the results that our audience is craving and how that connects to the passion that we have. I just saw something recently. It's like a Japanese saying called ikigai, and it talks about like how you connect your passion to your vocation to what the world needs. And a lot of us know the passion and the vocation, but we don't know how to translate it into what the world needs. So I'll give you an example. A client of mine, she's in fitness, and we were talking about how she wanted to explain her fitness process to her clientele. And what I told her is, in your marketing, you want to lead with results. What can a client experience? What new identity can they step into? How will this transform or change their lives? Those are the things that your audience members are asking themselves when they engage with your work. So those are the things that should be at the forefront of your marketing. And then also too, knowing who your target audience is and what their desires actually are. Because if I'm speaking to a newer entrepreneur, those individuals are going to have different desires, and they're going to be looking for different things than somebody who's established and who's been in the game a while. So if you know your target audience and what they actually want, it allows you to make better decisions on marketing. And once you tap into their desires, that's when the income starts flowing, because they see how, not that I'm just the expert, but how I can help them with some of the expertise that I have, solve problems that they have.
Oh, wow. Love it, Abby. Abby, that is it. That's all we have time for today. But I know you will be back with us.
Yes.
And thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. I know this will really help so many of these young entrepreneurs, and even those that are looking at maybe trying to figure out this digital world, and will definitely tap into your resources. So that brings me to getting in touch with Abby. We will post all of her social handles so you can reach her directly and you can get her schedule. But you can also find Abby's digital booth in the Channel 10's virtual vendor village, where everything is there as well. So thank you so much, Abby, for joining us today. Can't wait to see you on the program
Yes,
in the
excited.
village. Yes. And until next time.